Hey guys, week 4 maths, and we're on to Monday's lesson in number and place value, and we're solving problems on a number line. So last week we were introduced to the idea of negative numbers and how they were positioned on a number line. So remember, negative numbers are placed on the left side of 0 on a number line. But we're going to start off with a little bit of revision on that. So let's have a bit now. So first up, you need the cards that you had in the previous lesson. So if you haven't got those, pause the video now and go and grab them. Okay, have you got those cards? These cards were numbered from -10 to +10. I want you to shuffle them up, place them face down, and pick out 5 random cards from that pile. And then I want you, on this number line, to put the position of where those 5 cards would sit. Okay, now if you've done that, in this box here, write them in order from smallest to largest. Now I'm going to give you a quick reminder that the further to the left, the smaller it is. Okay, pause the video and do that now. Now I have no idea what numbers you chose, but I've got some examples. So for example, if I had those numbers at random, -4, 5, 0, -7 and 1, this is where they would fall on that number line. Now, as you can see here, the numbers have been placed from the smallest through to the largest, so that when I rewrite them in order, -7 is first because it's the smallest, followed by -4. So the further to the left, the smaller, the further to the right, the larger. We're going to watch a little video now, this one here that's titled Use a Number Line to Solve Problems. Now, it is also available on our YouTube channel, as well as perhaps in your files that you've downloaded. You can watch it in either place if you need to see it again, but we'll go through it here, which may be enough. All right, let's watch the video right now.
Use a number line to solve problems. The temperature was 4 degrees Celsius at bedtime. Overnight, the temperature fell 7 degrees. What was the temperature in the morning? What do we need to find out in this problem? We need to know what the temperature was in the morning. The information we need to solve this problem is it was 4 degrees to start with, and the temperature dropped 7 degrees. Because the temperature is less, you'll need to go backwards from the starting number, like a subtraction problem. A good way to solve this problem is to use a number line. A number line shows the numbers in a continual line, and that is particularly helpful when solving problems containing negative numbers. Where do you start? The temperature started at 4 degrees, so we will start at 4 on the number line. In which direction do we move? We will need to move left because the numbers will get smaller as the temperature drops. How many steps will we move? The problem tells us the temperature fell 7 degrees, so we'll move 7 steps to the left. What happens to the numbers as we pass 0? They become negative numbers. 7 less than 4 is -3. So the temperature in the morning is -3 degrees. Now it's your turn to use a number line to solve problems.
Okay, this is a little unusual here to see in a takeaway sum the second number being larger than the first number. That's a sure indication that we're going to have a negative answer. The number line showed us that when we're taking away, we move to the left. Therefore, if it was an addition, we'd move to the right. Time for you to practice some. All right, well, here's me telling you a bit more first. The temperature was 6 degrees Celsius at bedtime, and we show the starting point here like that. Overnight, the temperature fell 7 degrees, so we're going to subtract 7, moving to the left. What was the temperature in the morning? And the red line indicates the answer. So we mark the start, 6 degrees. It fell 7, so we move 7 steps to the left. We passed 0, which means the answer becomes a negative number. And then this is the number sentence. So again, like I said before, if the second number, the number we're taking away, is larger than the number we start with, we're going to have a negative answer. And the negative symbol goes with that. Okay? All right, so here's some problems for you to solve. Read the problem. You've got these same problems in your exercises, in your printouts, so you can do these as well. The arrow on the number line shows how much money Bill started with. And it says Bill owed his mother $4, hence it starts at -4. He repaid that when he received $10 for his birthday, so how much money does Bill now have left? Alright, so what you need to do is show what happens when Bill receives $10 by marking jumps on the number line. Remember to start here, and he's increased his amount of money, so those jumps are going to be jumps to the right. Do that now, and then tell me how much money Bill has. Pause the video and see if you can complete answering those questions, and then we'll go through it one by one. Okay, pause now. Let's see how you went. So, first of all, if we start at -4 and Bill receives $10, we're going to jump 10 spaces to the right, and that's going to take us through to $6. How do you know the direction to move? Well, of course, if the numbers are getting bigger, you have to move to the right. Does Bill have more money now or less money now? Obviously, he has more than he had to start with. How can you tell? Well, he started with a negative amount, and now he has a positive amount. Now, this is the tricky part that I'd like you to get right. The number sentence. He started at -4. Start at -4. Add 10 more, and we finish with 6. Again, quite an unusual thing that we're not used to seeing number sentences that are set out like this, but it is the way that we are learning how to deal with and record negative numbers. All right, let's move on to problem number 2. I'll read the problem and then you work through it. In Canberra, the temperature was 2 degrees Celsius. Overnight, it dropped by 7 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature now? All right, use the number line and see if you can work it out. Pause the video and work through each of those questions related to question 2. Okay, let's see how you went. All right, so we do start here and we're going to move 7 in that direction because the keyword dropped. It's going to take away. All right, so what is the temperature now? It should be -5 degrees. What's the difference between the highest and the lowest temperature that we just had? Well, the highest was 2, the lowest was -5, and so the difference is 7, the amount we took away. Which direction did we go? Did we go to the right or did we go to the left? And obviously we headed to the left. Going towards the left means we're going smaller. Will you always jump that direction when the numbers are getting smaller? Yes, we will. And the number sentence. This is the one I hope you very much get right. Remember where we start with? We started at 2. We took away 7. Now, if this number is bigger than the number we start with, we have to end up with a negative number. How did you go with that number sentence? I hope you got it right. Let's move on to question or problem number 3. Michael stands on a diving board 3 meters above the pool water. He dives 5 meters. How far does Michael dive below the water level? Use the number sentence and answer those questions. Pause the video and see how you go. All right, let's see how we solved this problem. So starting at 3, and that's where our arrow starts, and we move 5 to the left, which brings us to -2. So Michael was 2 meters below the surface, or -2. What direction did the number line go? It went to the left again. And the number sentence, 3, take away 5, is -2. Hopefully you found that one quite easy. Problem 4. Jai caught the lift in the car park, which is 4 levels below the ground, or below the ground floor. He travelled up 10 floors. Which floor did he stop at? All right. Remember, always check where we start and where we finish, or how far we're travelling, whether we're travelling to the left or to the right. Pause the video and solve this one for yourselves. Okay, let's see how you went. So don't forget, we're going to start 4 floors below the ground and travel up 10 floors, which means the number will increase, so we should be moving to the right. All right, starting here, moving 10 floors to the right. What floor did he stop at? Well, this shows us that he stopped at floor 6. What number did you start at on the number line? Well, you should have started at -4. What direction did you jump? You went to the right. So your number sentence should read -4 plus 10 equals 6. Alright, so today we've been practicing using positive and negative numbers. We have been writing number sentences and thinking about the direction we move. It is very important to get our number sentences right. You might even practice a few more of your own. Don't forget, guys, you can always go on to Manga High and Study Ladder to do some extra maths. And I have assigned different things for you to do which practice the skills that we're learning in class as well. Alright, guys, have a great rest of the day and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.